Good morning. I'm the professor, and this is the Professor Helps. Today I want to talk to you about acts of kindness. For many years now, I have asked people to do a random act of kindness for my birthday. I guess it's not so random because I ask them to do it in advance, I give them some time, I give them some warning. I think that the more kindness we can spread in the world, the better. One of the things that people have come back to do is they buy coffee for someone else, they let someone else go ahead of them in line, and it is a little harder to do an act of kindness while we're all virtual or going through the pandemic, which a lot of people seem to think is over. It's not. I want to talk to you today about an act of kindness that you can do every single day while we're still in this pandemic. And it is very simple. It's wear a mask. Something that John Acuff says, who I really, really admire, he says that in a crisis, kindness is magnified. And I couldn't agree with that more. And I'm sure that if you think about it over the last year, things that people have done for you have definitely become magnified. A friend of mine bought me a dance class last year. And I was so excited about it because I like to dance and I enjoy dancing in my living room, but it got to a point where it wasn't enjoyable anymore. And I mentioned that to her and she bought me this class. And the class was really fun and it really helped me to take my exercise to the next level. And it was a really kind act. And it got me thinking about all the scientists, everybody who is in science from Dr. Fauci on down has told us how important masks are. So what am I hoping to accomplish by talking to you about masks yet again? Well, Texas is going to lift the mask mandate on March 10th. And I'm not sure how many of you know that. Some of you probably do. I've seen a lot of people commenting about, how it's better to have our freedoms. And there's a lot of things where people have said this shouldn't have been the case in the first place. There's been a lot of commentary that I really, really wanted to address. Could you wear a mask? It's not for me. It's for my friend who has an autoimmune disease who, if contracted COVID, could possibly die. And can I ask you a favor? Can you wear a mask? Because it's not for me. It's for my friend who has a diabetic condition and she could die. She currently takes 11 shots a day because she's a diabetic and it's something that she's working on fighting. But if she were to contract COVID, she could possibly die. Could you do me a favor? Could you wear a mask? It's not for me. It's for my mom, who is recovering from surgery and really, really needs to be protected at all costs. That's one of the reasons that I'm not sitting next to her in her hospital bed as she is working on getting better, because she is only able to have one visitor. And because of COVID, they have to wear a mask and they have to be vaccinated, which is why I'm not going to see my own mother until I'm vaccinated, because that's how important I think this is. Could you do me a favor? Could you please wear a mask? Because in a crisis, acts of kindness are magnified. And I think that an act of kindness that you can do, that everyone can do, is wear a mask. I don't know how this got so polarized. I don't know why we're not listening to scientists. I don't understand why it is so hard for people to put a piece of fabric over their face. Could you do me a favor? Could you wear a mask? It's not for me. It's for the people I used to work with who drive buses and who don't have a place to safely go without masks on their face. They're essential workers, so they have to work. They don't get time off. They're not able to work from home. You can't drive a bus from home. They have to be out servicing the public. And if you choose not to wear a mask, you could infect them with COVID. Could you do me a favor? Could you wear a mask? Because while you're getting vaccinated and you're taking care of the things that you need to get done, the virus is still spreading. We are still in a global pandemic. This has not stopped. This has not gone away. Yes, help is on the way. Vaccines are coming. People are getting vaccinated. But it's not over. It's far from over. And I hate that people are acting like it is. Could you do me a favor? Could you please wear a mask? And it's not for me. It's to show people around you that you're a kind person and you care about other people. And if that's not true, Could you please put a mask on anyway and pretend? Ladies and gentlemen, that is my message. I am the professor. This is the Professor Helps. If you find this helpful, please subscribe and share. And remember, only you can tell your story with your voice. And keep in mind that the way you can tell that story is to be here. So do everything you can to stay alive, to stay safe. Because even after you're vaccinated, we're still recommending washing hands. We're still recommending 6 feet apart. We're still recommending social distancing. Just because you see somebody without a mask does not mean the global pandemic is over. Could you do me a favor? Could you wear a mask?